What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 117 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a Pizza Hut. So yeah. Let's build a Pizza Hut.
What's up YouTube, and hello pizza lovers. Welcome to the Pizza Hut. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a pizza hut. If you plan on building a pizza hut today, I am going to let you know that I have also designed and built the inside, and I will show you how to make absolutely everything, the outside, the inside, the whole lot. If you want to see what the inside looks like, you are going to have to wait until the end of the video when we actually build it. So wait to the end to see the inside, and you'll be able to see what the whole thing looks like all put together. Thank you so much for all of the love that you guys have been giving me on these city builds. All of the likes and all of the love has really been appreciated. I really appreciate all of you very much. Why don't we start building? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a long one. Strap yourselves in. Now, before we can start crafting our doughy goodness building, we are going to need all of these materials that I am about to show you right now. These are the
Alright, let's grab those.
materials for Pizza Hut. These are the first ones that we are going to be needing and using. You should be able to see the amounts of those materials as well. So please make sure that you have enough of them and all of them. But not only that, later on we are going to be using a separate set of materials.
Hello Scary Skeleton, welcome to live stream.
Right now. You don't have to gather them now if you don't want to. I just wanted to let you know beforehand. I will be showing you them again just before we need them. The amount of space required is a 30 block by a 21 block area on the ground. Please feel free to make the grid if you are not sure if you have enough space. It will help you out a lot in your city planning. Now pause the video if you have to. Make sure that you have all of your materials gathered. Make sure that you have enough room. Make sure that you want to make this wonderful cheesy tomatoey doughy goodness building. And once you are ready, we can begin. Okay, step one, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to come all the way to the front left-hand corner of our grid. If you have made the grid, this is the point that you want to come to as well. If you haven't, no big deal, just wait one moment.
Are you playing Minecraft?
Right,
yes.
1, 2, and then inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the starting position. Place a terracotta block on the ground and extend it right by 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Extend it towards you by 2. 1, 2. Place a
looks like PlayStation 5. I'm playing on PS4.
Virtual flanks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go right 1, up 1. Right 1, up 1, right by 3. Then go down, right, down by 3. Place a terracotta on the ground like this, and then extend the terracotta backwards by 2 blocks. 1, 2. Extend that terracotta outwards to the right side of the build by 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I wonder what you're making.
9.
Read the title of this video.
You need to extend this block backwards by 12.
Okay, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are going to extend that 12th block across the back of the build and connect it all the way to the front. So we have quite a simple shape. This is exactly what we want to have. On the entire back row of the build, the long row that we have just placed, I'm going to recommend placing 2 rows of birchwood planks, followed by a row of yellow concrete. And I want you to place this on top of the entire back row of the build. There are no windows or any details on the back of the build. Feel free to add some if you like. However, we've got quite a lot of windows on the build and I didn't want to impede the building space, but feel free yourself. Once you have accomplished this on the back, we are going to come towards the front of the building once more. And we're going to start where we very first started, which is on the front left side. On top of the very first terracotta block that we placed, I want you to place a birch plank. Go right by one, place a black concrete, and then I want you to place 3 black glass, 1, 2, 3, either pane or block, and then place a black concrete, and then 3 birch planks. And you can even join back to the center of the build.
Looks like McDonald's.
Raise up every single
I don't think it's No, it's not McDonald's, but you'll see. You'll see once I've completed it.
Raise it all up by an addition.
But pretty good guess, but it's not McDonald's, sadly. It's something else. Something else that McDonald's doesn't have. It starts with P. Okay, I'm joking. Pizza Hut. I'm building Pizza Hut.
To place a row of yellow.
Have you heard of Pizza Hut, guys? I've heard of it. It's a pretty good restaurant. I've been to it before.
And then join it together to the middle section using birch planks. On the right side of the build, we want to achieve the same effect as we had on the left. So beginning from the right corner of the build, we'll place a birch plank.
I love Pizza Hut.
Black concrete.
Yeah, I love it too.
Black glass.
I don't like Domino's because their pizza sauce
3 birch planks.
doesn't taste like tomatoes. It tastes like chili peppers, I think. They taste. It's kind of spicy when I choose to try it. The Alfredo mac and cheese is the best. Oh, I haven't tried mac and cheese because I'm not really keen on it, but I do like pasta. I like carbonara pasta and stuff like that.
Birch plank here and yellow concrete absolutely everywhere else.
Yellow concrete. This looks like cheese. That looks like cheese.
Once you have done that, we are going to focus a little more on the entrance.
But I don't live in America, I live in Australia. Because I'm Australian and we do have Pizza Huts here. I love carbonara too. Oh! I have it every Friday and Sunday.
Just like this. I want you to place a
okay, I'm gonna just build this.
diagonally
Ooh.
the terracotta.
Okay.
Extend the black concrete upwards by 1, 2, 1, 2. Join it in the middle using black stained glass block, specifically block. We are then going to place birch planks above the door, connecting left and right like this. So this.
I've never heard bologna meat in my whole life. Bologna meat? I've never heard of that. Bologna meat. Bologna. Okay, I'm joking. Okay. I'm just gonna build Pizza now.
Concrete above and in front of the door like this. So in front of the birch planks like this. We are going to extend this red concrete a few different directions. Number 1, extend it 1 row towards you. Number 1, extend it 1 row upwards. Did I say 1 twice? Number 1 again, extend it left by 1. And number 1 for the 5.
It's 4:39 p.m. here. It's 3:39 p.m. in my country. So I guess you live in another state in Australia.
Now that we have done that, I want to focus a little more on the sides of the building. So the left and right hand side are actually identical. And we are going to begin by extending the sides of the front backwards. We want to place a birch plank, black concrete, 3 black glass, black concrete, the rest of the row is birch planks. Add another row of what we have just done on top of this row, and finish it off by placing yellow concrete on top of it like this. Very similar to the front really, except it's a little bit different dimensionally. On the opposite side of the build we want the same. You can either copy it from there or place a birch plank, black concrete, 3 black glass, black concrete, birch planks coming to the back, and another row on top, and then finish it off with a nice slice of cheese, aka yellow concrete. So just like this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is wonderful. What you can do preemptively is you can extend the entrance backwards a little bit. What I mean by this is you can take the birchwood planks of the entrance, and if you extend all of the blocks at least inwards by 2, so that it lines up with the front of the build, we should be able to save ourselves a little bit of building. But you might even want to extend them a couple of blocks backwards. Now this might not make sense right now, but
the food. I think I get it now. Wait, do I get it? Yeah, I think I...
Just a moment.
Yeah.
So, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to place the roof. The roof's really easy to do. It's a nice, easy square roof. I want you to place a row of red concrete that sits along the top and outside of the row of yellow concrete. So, I'd like to think that we just added a slice of cheese all the way around the top of the build. Well, now we're adding tomato. And it just wants to sit all the way around the top like this.
Tomato, aka red concrete. And
it creates a nice color contrast, it creates a depth contrast, and it just looks really good. Now, we actually want to do this 4 more times. What I mean by this is we want to, every single level, place a red concrete above and inwards 4 times in relation to what we have just done. So, you can kind of see what I've already laid out for us. We want to have in total 5 levels of roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. So, every single layer of the roof, very much like a pyramid, wants to just be 1 row higher and 1 row inside. Very, very easy to place. I highly doubt that you guys will run into any trouble doing this whatsoever. Pizza Huts really do have those cool roofs. I really like these. Kind of similar to like an old school McDonald's really. It really separates itself from a lot of the other buildings, which is a struggle when a lot of buildings nowadays look like each other. That's why I'm trying to really personalize buildings and really give them that sort of like sense of familiarity, even if it means making them a little bit more old school. I think that the fact that this stands out a lot from, say, Domino's will, and if I ever get around to like Papa John's and stuff, and it will just really separate itself from other fast food related buildings as well.
I'll see you tomorrow in the stream. Alright, see ya.
We are working on the final layer of it, and it will end up looking a little something like this, which is pretty good all by itself, but we are going to add a bit more detail. So we're going to begin by adding a layer of birchwood planks above and inside the red concrete layer. So again, the same technique, different material. Birchwood planks inside of the red concrete layer like this. Add 2 rows on top of it. 1, 2. So this is going straight up now. We want to create a rectangular shape on top of it. I kind of think of it as a hat for some reason. I don't know why. Like the top of the roof, the red bit, kind of reminds me of like a hat of some sort. I don't know why. But the fact of the matter is we want to have this. We are going to place grey concrete on top of the birch. Very important that we go exactly on top, like this. You can even add another row of grey on top of this, or you can choose not to, and I'll show you why you might choose not to in a second. So, the goal after you've added that second layer of grey concrete, all we have to have is a row of polished and inside stairs placed upside down around the top row of grey concrete like this. So you don't even necessarily need that second layer, but it makes it easier to place. If you don't have access to the andesite stairs, you can easily use stone brick stairs. They still look great, so it's really no big deal. If you want, you can fill the top of the roof in with whatever material you like. I might even make it yellow just for the fun of it, and I might create that. Because I don't know how high I'm eventually going to be building this little city that I've got going on here, and I might end up seeing into the top of this at some point in time. So, now we have a pretty cool base. I want you to start off in front of the bottom left side of the birch plank area that we just made. I want you to place a black concrete. Place one up and right, another up and right, and another up and right coming to the top of the, or bottom of the stairs. Place a black concrete going right, and then keep placing black concretes going bottom, right diagonally to the ground. I want you to place black concrete in between the two black concretes that we have here. I also want you to extend the black concrete all the way over to the right, sitting in front of the birchwood planks. Fill in the center of this using your red concrete. And then I want you to place green concrete. Okay, so I want you to place green concrete in relation to where the door is, where we have these glasses. We want to have green concrete placed in front of the black concrete that we placed here. So like where we have these four birchwood planks, for instance, you want to have green concrete placed in front of the black concrete in the same position that the planks are in, if that makes sense. And then extend to the left and right by 2. Or even better actually, by 3. 1, 2, 3, and also 1, 2, 3. The end result should look exactly like this. And once you have done that, we are going to go to work on the rest of the build before we do the dreaded letters. You guys know that I hate banners. Okay, so let's grab a few different materials here. So, first of all, I'm going to grab the stone slabs, or the smooth stone slabs as they are now known. I'm going to grab lime terracotta, oak leaves, the doors, the polished andesite slabs. We're also going to need grey concrete, white concrete, yellow carpet, and we will also need the andesite stairs. We're also going to need lime terracotta, oak leaves, the doors, the polished andesite slabs. We're also going to need grey concrete, white concrete, yellow carpet, and we will also need the andesite stairs, or stone brick stairs, as you can have either, it doesn't matter. Okay, so first of all, I am going to create a pathway that is going to lead from the entrance to the pavement or the car park or whatever it is you want to have leading up to your pizza. The pavement, or the path I should say, is going to be 4 blocks wide, and it is going to cover the width of the entrance that we have, so between the 2 black concrete rows. Dark oak wood doors in the middle, like this, and then we're going to have 2 rows of lime terracotta left and right of the path. So instead of grass, which is a perfectly valid option by the way, I am going to place lime terracotta because I think it stands out a little bit better. Eventually, at some point in time, I imagine most of the ground is going to be grey concrete, but still, I like the lime as grass. Literally directly to the left and right of the line, I want you to place equal rows of white concrete. And then I want you to place 4 rows of equal length grey concrete next to the white concrete rows. So here, and then here. I'm actually building this in the weirdest way here. And then another row of white concrete. 3 rows of grey concrete as well. Like this. 1, 2, 3. A row of white concrete. And then we're going to do 2 rows of lime terracotta. So this is just a little bit of grass. And these are parking spaces. We're going to place yellow carpet on the ends of the grey concrete. right there. We want to have the exact same setup on the right side as well. It's literally the exact same. So I'm going to preemptively destroy all of the grass here. I could even do it up to the windows too, but I'm going to focus on the sides and the rest of the front in just a moment. We've actually done a massive part of the build already, and it won't take us very long. But we start off with a row of white, and then 3 rows of grey concrete, a row of white, and of course 3 more rows of grey concrete, and then another row of white, and of course a row of white, and of course 3 more rows of grey concrete, and then another row of white, and of course 2 rows of lime terracotta to finish it off. Yellow carpet on the ends of the grey concrete like this will create a nice set of parking spaces. If you don't want this, turn it all into paths. Once you have done that,
Yo, by the way, don't listen to the haters, always keep going. Thanks.
Turn it all into paths. Once you have done that, we are also going to add some bushes around the Pizza Hut. So it's up to you whether you want to be lazy or not, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to place oak leaves underneath the windows and extend the oak leaves left and right. If you don't want to, you don't have to destroy underneath the oak leaves, and you can leave those green, and you can simply destroy the grass surrounding it and place lime terracotta. This will save a slight bit of time and material, but if you want to be very obsessive, then you feel free to just do underneath the hedge as well. I wouldn't blame you. On the very obsessive, then you feel free to just do underneath the hedge as well. I wouldn't blame you. On the sides of the build, we are going to have hedge as well. The hedge is going to stem from the underneath the window, and it's going to come all the way to the back, and it's going to leave 2 blocks from the back, which will allow us to place polish and insight around the hedge, and then fill in the gaps using lime terracotta. So it's just a little bit of decoration on the side. And the same on the opposite side too. Of course, we want to have hedge leading from the window 2 blocks away from the back, polished and insight going all the way around like this, and then lime terracotta on both sides like that. Which is perfect. So you can see it actually makes a huge difference. It looks a lot cleaner, it looks a lot better. We're going to give the entrance a little roof of its own. This is made using andesite stairs, and we're going to place andesite stairs on the sides of the top of the entrance, like this, on the side parts of the birchwood planks, and on the front part, of course. And we're going to place polished andesite directly on top of the birchwood planks at the top of the entrance. We'll extend all of it 1 row forward, so all of the stairs and eventually all of the slabs at the top as well. Extend all the way forwards. Upside down polished andesite underneath the overhanging layers, like this. And we'll end up with a pretty visually appealing entrance. Now that that is done, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one horrific task left to do, a pretty visually appealing entrance. Now that that is done, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one horrific task left to do. We have to write Pizza Hut on top of our Pizza Hut. So, the way that we're going to do this is through the use of banners. We need a crafting table, red or white or yellow, it's probably not too much. White dye, red dye. Okay. Let's do this. So, crafting table on the ground. We're going to open the crafting table. And by the way, I might be doing this very quickly. This is my least favourite part, and just feel free to slow the video if you need to at any time. So, I'm going to crack open the crafting table. I'm going to place a crafting table right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing. So, we're going to start off with P. Place a red banner in the center of the table, with a row of white die coming across the top of it. I then want you to grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table, in the center of the table. I then want you to place a row of white die coming from top to bottom on the right side. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table, and place 2 rows of red die underneath the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table, with a row of white die underneath it in the middle. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the
Hold on, guys, my dad's calling me. Hello? Yeah?
Hello, mate.
Are you coming home?
Yeah, I'm on the way home now.
So what are you ringing me for?
Because I tried lunch, didn't answer, so I thought I'd try you.
Hold on, guys, I'll be right back.
Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table, and place red die going all the way around the outside of the banner to make it more distinct. This will give us our P. The banner positions are going to start not on the very left side of the green concrete row, but 1 row inwards like this. And that is our P. Let's move on to I. So, I is very simple. Place a red banner in the middle left of the table with a row of white die going from top to bottom in the middle. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table with red die going all the way around the banner. This is I, and I'm going to place it right next to our P. Now we have to make Z. So we are going to grab a new banner, and we are going to place it in the center of the table with a row of white die coming across the top of it. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table and have a white die coming across the bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle left of the table and have a diagonal row of white die going bottom left to top right corner. Grab the new banner and place a row of red all the way around it. And this will, again, it will just make it more distinct. It looks a lot better. And luckily for us, there are 2 Zs in pizza. So 1, 2, right there. So now that we have placed our P's, we have to make an A. A is fairly easy. Place a red banner in the center of the table and place white die coming up the left middle of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table and place white die coming up the right side of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table and place white die coming across the top. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table and have white die coming across the middle of the table. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table, and place rose red or red dye all the way around it, and that will make an A. Perfect. And as you can see, we place an A right here, and we now have pizza. I wish we could stop now. Okay, so now we have to make H. H is, again, an easy one. So we're going to grab the new banners. That is our T, and that is our Pizza Hut sign comp. You've got to admit, it does look good, even though it was incredibly annoying to me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, well done. You are most of the way complete. That is the outside of Pizza Hut made. Well done. I really mean that. We've done a great job. Now, if you want to make the inside of your Pizza Hut, and you don't have to, but you can follow this along if you like, here are all of the materials that are... I'm going to be using to make the inside of the pizza. So, if you want to follow along, grab all of those, make sure you have enough of them. I'm going to get those myself right now, and once you're ready, you can hit play. Pause the video if you have to, hit play once you're ready. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have just gathered all of the materials that I think I'm going to be needing. Let's do this. So, step one, enter the inside of your pizza. You're going to find once you're inside here, it's very, very dark. So, I'm preliminarily going to add some torches around Pizza Hut. So, I'm going to add, say, like one here, and one here, and maybe a couple on the windows, just so that it is lit up enough that we can actually work inside here. I am next going to place a layer of quartz slabs in front and in between the upper half of the yellow concrete row that we have going around the top of the outside of our build. In this particular occasion, I wanted to go for a bit of a different vibe with the roof, and that's exactly what I have done here. So we're going to... In this particular occasion, I wanted to go for a bit of a different vibe with the roof, and that's exactly what I have done here. So we're going to have quartz slabs as the roof inside here, and it is just going to sit in front of the yellow concrete area that kind of like orbits all the way around the outside of the build. And once you have done that, you will also notice at the front of the build, we are going to, first of all, connect the yellow concrete row up the door on the inside. We're going to extend the terracottas. Next, first of all, connect the yellow concrete row up the door on the inside. Done that, you will also notice at the front of the build, we are going to, first of all, connect the yellow concrete row up the door on the inside. We're going to extend the terracottas next to the door row towards us, and we're going to extend the birchwood planks towards us as well. And I'm also going to place a torch here and here next to the entrance, because I'm actually going to be placing paintings here later too, so I have the benefit of knowing that because I designed it. So, well, what else do we want to do? Well, there wants to be some lighting in the roof on the back right and back left sides of the building. The lighting is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The lighting is a 4x4 block area in the back right corner of the build and the back left corner of the build. The lights are made out of redstone lamps with block of redstone on top. And this is pretty much the only part in the restaurant that you are going to find the lighting. Want to do it in a bit of a different way, then feel free, but this back right side, I mean, it's really dark otherwise, and we want to do it to the back left side as well. So coming in from the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to have a 4x4 block area. So feel free to change this in any way you might like, use a different lighting system. I just kind of like it. It kind of goes with the vibe of the place. I don't know why, like I really like the redstone lamps. And we might even add a little bit more later, I don't know, we'll have to see. But now you can see the area is really quite nice and bright. Might even add some above the counter. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to rip up the floor, which is of course all grass, and I'm going to replace it using vertical planks. So this is quite a timely thing to do, but it's absolutely worth it because we don't want to be walking around on grass. Absolutely not. So we're going to install a virtual floor, and then on top of that, we're also going to be modifying the floor as we go along. The floor is a little bit intricate because certain parts are carpeted, behind the counter is going to be white concrete, so I think it's best just to start off with a base of virtual planks, and then from there we can work it out later. Because you might find that you don't like certain parts of the floor the way that I'm going to be doing it. So, you know, if the whole thing's kind of like virtual to begin with, then you can't really go too far. If you want some different colours for floors, I mean, feel free to use any sort of carpet that you like, as long as it kind of goes with the colour scheme. I'd highly recommend that. Also, feel free to use some white concrete, feel free to use quartz, feel free to use a darker wood so that it contrasts. You might want to perhaps try terracotta. I've never really tried terracotta as a floor in like somewhere like this, but I mean, it might work. I don't think it would, but it certainly could. But to use some white concrete, feel free to use quartz, feel free to
stupid bat.
So it contrasts. You might even want to perhaps try terracotta. I've never really tried terracotta as a floor in like somewhere like this, but I mean, it might work. I don't think it would, but it certainly could. But once you have placed the floor, you'll notice that the area looks a lot cleaner. Like we've got some nice light going, we've got a ceiling, we've got a floor. We're ready to tackle the
Get off of my property. Get off of Pizza Hut. Now. I said get off. Get off. Get off. And villagers, have you ever heard of something called listening? I'm gonna kill this bloody bat now, because it's starting to annoy me. There we go.
The next part is going to be creating some counters and stuff. I want you to come all the way to the very back left-hand corner of your Pizza Hut and place a yellow concrete in the corner. Place 1, 2, 3, 4 cauldrons going right, with a yellow concrete on the opposite side. Extend the yellow concretes one row towards you, and continue going right with the yellow concretes. I want you to leave a gap of 2 in the ground, that'll be 1 and 2, and then I want you to place a row of 1, 2, 3 terracotta, on the ground 2 cauldrons, and then 3 terracotta, and then we're going to place 3 terracotta in front of this, 1, 2, 3, extend over to the left, and then extend 1 block inwards, so we kind of have a little counter space now. And once you have created the counter space, we are going to maybe just light up the edges of the counter just for now, because it's so dark in here, I just kind of wanted to light that up a little bit. I'm even thinking about lighting up the entire counter area just above, so maybe like leave a block off the left side and the right. I think I might actually build into the ceiling above where the counter is, maybe above where the empty space is. Now I kind of want to keep it even with the rest of the lights. I'm just going to install a light above here. I didn't include this in the original plans, but it's just so dark, isn't it? I really want this area to be lit up, so just above the counter I'm going to install lighting that is quite... everywhere else. So here and then here. So you can see, like, we've got the left side lit up, we've got the right side lit up, and now we've got the middle part lit up, and it sits nicely just above the counter. And now the entire inside is pretty well lit, so I'm quite happy. I'm going to dump these materials for a moment, and I'm going to grab the red concrete furnace, red carpet, yellow carpet. Green carpet, quartz stairs, spruce fence, white stained glass paint, and some chests. So, going right at the counter area, I'm going to leave a gap of 2 in the ground and place 4 more red carpet, yellow carpet, green carpet, quartz stairs, spruce fence, white stained glass paint, and some chests. So, going right at the counter area, I'm going to leave a gap of 2 in the ground and place 4 more red concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to place a row in front, like this, and then I'm going to leave that for the moment. If you like, you can even better center it with the light, so maybe you can like just have it 3 rows away and you can better center it if you want. You could compensate for this by placing, say, a chest or a double chest left or right of the area like this. Or maybe like on the side, like that, if you wanted to. Then it better lines up with the lights, but it's no big deal really. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with the furnaces, we want to have furnaces on the left and right side of the cauldrons in the middle part of the build. I am going to place chests left and right of the furnaces. I'm going to place quartz stairs, or a quartz stairs, somewhere along the counter on the front. That looks like a cash register. I'm going to brighten up the counter area by adding a red carpet, a yellow carpet, and a lime carpet to kind of fit the colours of Pizza Hut, and it just kind of fits the colours of Pizza Hut, really, is the whole point in that. Well, now that we've done that, I also want to add glass pane on the left and right sides where we have the cauldrons. I'm also going to place a red carpet, yellow carpet, lime carpet, and then a red carpet on top of the cauldrons that we have here on the left. This is kind of like a salad bar area. You always have like a help yourself sort of area. And we're even going to I might even place chests, like, in the middle of this as well. That kind of makes sense, right? So you can grab out of the, like, the salad bar, you can grab whatever it is you want. And then once you've done that, we are going to then, I'm going to get rid of these materials again, but we are going to need some of them as well. I want my brewing stand. Whoops. I'll take my item frames. I want item frames, brewing stands, flower pots, I want tripwire hooks, I want iron trap door. We're even also going to be grabbing the colours again as well, so like red concrete, we're going to grab yellow concrete. I actually don't have it on me, but I will have included it in the item list. We're going to need green concrete as well, maybe some other stuff. So this right side here is kind of like a drinks dispenser area, and I'm going to have brewing stands placed on the back, and I'm just going to have a couple of flower pots in front. And we're going to have tripwire hooks above the brewing stands just because it kind of looks like something. And what we could even do, if you wanted to make it look a little bit fancier, you could perhaps add quartz slabs coming across the top middle part here, and then it looks a little bit more like a bit fancier. I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, that's up to you. I'm going to place item frames above the chests on the middle of the build, and I'm going to place item frames above the salad bar area as well. And I don't really want an item frame and an item frame there. I'm going to place iron trapdoors above the 2 cauldrons behind the counter too. And now, you might have wondered, why do we need all of these colours? What's the red concrete, green concrete, or this for? This is for booths for people to sit in. So if we come to any one of the corners of the front of the restaurant, so the left corner, the front right corner, you want to move inwards by 1 from the corner and place a colour. I'm going to start off with red concrete. And I'm going to extend that red concrete 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 towards me, and 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 to the right. I'm going to leave a gap of 1, and I'm going to place a green concrete, extend it 1, 2, 3 rows down, 1, 2, 3 rows across. So it's kind of like an abstract shape. Do the same on the opposite side, but use different colours. So like, let's say start with a yellow concrete, come from the corner, 1 inwards, yellow concrete, and extend it like left by 1, 2, 3, and then towards us 1, 2, 3. And then leave a gap of 1 from the back here, and we're going to place like 1, 2, 3, 4 green concretes, and then maybe like go in the opposite direction. Well, I'd actually like to use red, and the reason being, by the way, is because we've like got red and green over there. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe go in, maybe even the same direction, the opposite direction as we have there. Maybe even like 1, 2, 3. Something like that actually looks fine, to be honest. I'm then going to make the seating, so that's going to require quartz stairs, some spruce fence. It's going to need all of the carpets, and you might even choose to add like flower pots and maybe even some torches and stuff. So all we're going to do is add quartz stairs on the inside of the shapes like this. Need all of the carpets, and you might even choose to add like flower pots and maybe even some torches and stuff. So all we're going to do is add quartz stairs on the inside of the shapes like this, and these are just going to be booths. You know what, like people would eat in, like families and friends and whatever, like where there's more than one person. I think of it as more like a family place than a single person place, but you could absolutely go by yourself if you wanted to. I'm going to have spruce vents in the corner of the seating area, and then I'm going to have some colourful stuff on top of the table. So like where we have this red booth, I'm going to use yellow and green. Where we have this green booth here, I'm going to use red and yellow. And it's just going to kind of like, it's just to make it look a little bit more colourful. The booth, I'm going to use yellow and green. Where we have this green booth here, I'm going to use red and yellow. And it's just going to kind of like, it's just to make it look a little bit more colourful, a little bit more fun. I'm not trying to use the same colours over and over again. But yeah, I mean, if you want to lay out the build differently, I'd absolutely understand. But I do think that it's quite a nice and colourful and interesting looking interior. And now that we have done this, I am also going to add some paintings on the walls too. So right where the entrance is, I'm going to grab paintings of a solid block. And I'm just going to have a painting. Preferably, I kind of want a 2x2 painting, and I kind of want some nice looking ones. So that one's perfectly fine, that's kind of alright. And in between the 2 torches, this is where I'm going to place them. I don't know, that one's okay too. So something like this, just to kind of liven the place up a little bit, you know? And again, you could even do the same thing here next to the salad bar, but maybe we would make it one of these. So kind of like this. I don't like that painting. Maybe like this would be fine. Just a bit of artwork on the wall. We could, this wall supports a bit of a larger painting here. What do I want actually? I mean, we could have, yeah, maybe we'll just have like another 2x2 painting. So we'll have the Karate Kid, why not? You know, just to keep the place like nice and bright and colourful and interesting looking. That's the whole deal here. I also want to replace the floor. I should have done this earlier. I want to replace the floor behind the counter area. And I'm going to make it white concrete, just because, I don't know, it just seems more professional, it seems cleaner for kind of like a kitchen-ish sort of area. If you haven't gathered, this is like pizza ovens and stuff, and maybe like a frying area. So yeah, we're actually looking really pretty good. If you want to add more colour to the building, this will add colour. Red carpet and yellow carpet are going to be your friends. And we're going to place yellow carpet coming from inside of both sides of the entrance like this. The black concretes of the entrance. We're going to have 2 rows of yellow carpet, and then we're going to have red carpet come all the way up the middle like this. You could even use green, by the way, like a deep green or a dark green would look a little bit less. It'd look a little bit less, shall we say? I don't know how to say it. A little bit less bright, a little bit less harsh on the eyes, you know. But you know, maybe even have green instead of yellow if you want, and then have like red carpet coming left and right, kind of like leading you to the areas that you're going to want to go to. So like the drinks machine, or you're going to want to go over to the salad bar, you know. And that's what the colours that you're going to want to go in the eyes, you know. But, you know, maybe even have green instead of yellow if you want, and then have like red carpet coming left and right, kind of like leading you to the areas that you're going to want to go to. So like the drinks machine, or you're going to want to go over to the salad bar, you know. And that's what the carpet's for. It kind of, not only does it kind of like cover up some of the area a little bit like that, but it just kind of like shows you where to go inside this place. And the final little touch that we're going to be adding here as well, inside all of the item frames, like the salad area, we're going to, I don't know where these things usually are, so I'm going to have to go to the mega main menu. You can put whatever you like in these, which is why I haven't included these in the material list, but like, you might want to grab, say, like bread, and you might want to grab like baked potato, and probably not soup. You're going to want to have stuff like regular potatoes and stuff that I probably went past in my inventory. Where is it? What's like potatoes and what have you? This is, I have lost them. Ah, here we go. So like you're going to want to grab like potatoes, carrots, maybe even some like beetroot, and you're going to want to place maybe like baked potato, carrot, beetroot, something like that, you know, maybe even wheat or something in there. They went past in my inventory. Where is it? Where's like potatoes and what have you? This is, I have lost them. Ah, here we go. So like you're going to want to grab like potatoes, carrots, maybe even some like beetroot, and you're going to want to place maybe like baked potato, carrot, beetroot, something like that, you know, maybe even wheat or something in there instead. But above like these chests here, it kind of makes sense to have like bread to me. It kind of makes quite a bit of sense for some reason. We could even, above these, it might even look cool. I don't know whether this will look cool or not. Maybe like a couple of item frames and maybe some like fire charges and stuff, just to kind of look a little bit more interesting. We could even have what would look sort of like an extractor fan by placing some quartz stairs above the 2 cauldrons like this. That actually looks a little bit better. I like that a bit more. Yeah, that's good. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, all of these changes will result in a pretty complete interior. I don't think that there's too much more that we could possibly be missing inside here, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you have managed to make something similar to this, or I've given you some inspiration or some of your own ideas. Let's take a look at the whole thing together. So this is the outside of Pizza Hut. You can see that we have plenty of car parkings. We have
I have finished a Pizza Hut. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building a Pizza Hut. If you did guys enjoy this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day guys, peace out.